Good evening, fun little video for your evening. I want to talk about AI car design. Now you and I, and AI, everybody knows that modern cars all kind of look the same. And Phil pointed this out just the other day when we were cutting the roof off a Nissan Qashqai. You can't spell Qashqai without AI. 33. But what I'm saying is, since the Qashqai, pretty much everything looks the same. And if you want to buy a new car from any of the manufacturers, you can have a small SUV, or a small SUV. And that's where we've gone wrong. The automotive designers are not looking at what the car people really want. And that's where AI comes in. I've discovered a Facebook group called Automotive AI Art. No, AI Automotive Art. That's it. It's a full-on sanctuary on Facebook for petrolheads because it allows you to submit your AI designs of the cars that you actually want to see. And I've got 30 examples to show you, and they're really good, and I hope you agree. Now, I'm a bit of a skeptic when it comes to AI, you know, because I'm a bit of a Luddite, because you've watched my channel before. However, this video has been sponsored by...
Well, I'll tell you something funny. This video was supposed to have a sponsor segment, but the thing is, I do sponsor segments in my own way, and I won't really bend to the exact demands of brands. So I tried to film this one twice, and twice they came back and said, we don't really feel like this aligns with the principles of the brand. So basically, in the end, it didn't happen. But I don't enjoy filming sponsor segments anyway. I always try to make them funny. I try to make them a good laugh for you people that are watching, and if it don't work, it don't work. So that's it. There is no sponsor for this video. Enjoy.
So we're going to kick off with the Austin Maxi. No one's actually ever said that in the history of YouTube videos. But look at this. This is someone has designed. This is Michael Ruff has submitted a 2025 Austin Maxi. And I actually really quite like the retro shape of it. We've got the iconic wedge shape of the Maxi, but look what he's done with the interior, with the wood paneling and the green leather, although I suppose that'd be vegan friendly vinyl, wouldn't it? But this is the sort of thing that I'm talking about. We can artificially generate a new version of models that we used to love. Not that we really love the Maxi, but here's a Metro. Here you go. The submitter, I didn't catch the name of this one, says the very basic 2026 Austin Metro. When I was a kid, I always thought the grille and headlights were one piece, so I've tried to carry this inspiration forward with a single piece along the front. And it's actually resulted in quite a neat looking Super Mini. Michael Ruff, again, all-star contributor, is looking at a modern interpretation of a Wolseley 6, and you can't help but see Rover 75 in here. I like the external styling. It's kind of Skoda Octavia with more chrome from the front, but look at the interior with the wood paneling as well. I love the way AI has picked this out. I think that interior is really nice, and it shows just what's missing in modern cars. Moving on, we've got another one from Michael. This is a Triumph Stag. I'm not so sure about this one. Let me know what you think in the comments. But again, we've got that lovely wooden dashboard, the kind of curvy shape of the Stag. You can still see the Stag silhouette in there, but you can see that that is an updated version. Another one from Michael, because he clearly likes his older British cars. Triumph Herald. I really like this. I think this is brilliant. It's lovely the way it's really picked up that iconic shape from the front of the Herald, the way the headlights lift up the bonnet just slightly, and you've got the different coloured roof as well. This is really cool. The interior looks really neat. I think that would be a perfect modern representation of the retro car movement. One from Dutch Prinzen here. This is the Suzuki Sidekick Convertible and Geo Tracker. I really like the look of these, obviously, because I like a convertible, and I like what they've done with the styling. You can see sort of Suzuki Jimny-esque. Then we've got this one from Autocar. Now I've put this one in because this is actually a real concept. This isn't AI. This came from Skoda. But it was this concept that kind of set me off on this journey as to what I'd actually like modern cars to look like. This looks fantastic. And you'll see in my conversations that I had with Tony that will be on the channel over the coming days, if it hasn't gone on already, we're struggling to find a new car that we actually like. This is really cool. This is Skoda's Vision O, and I actually like the look of it. Another Skoda here is submitted by Georgi Rushishvili. Sorry if I said that wrong. The Skoda 1203. Car that everybody's forgotten. It's a van that everybody's forgotten. But with the Volkswagen ID Buzz and the success of that, This would be a brilliant retro van to launch. Yes, I'd like to see it with a 1.6 petrol turbo and a 1.6 diesel engine, but you know that they'd launch it with an electric powertrain, but it just seems to make sense. That works. Next up, we've got another Skoda, this time a 1200 Sport, and come on, this is cool as. It's got Volkswagen Scirocco in there, there's a little bit of Corrado in there, there's a bit of Fiat X19 in there. That is a great car. Can you imagine seeing that in a showroom in 2025? That's so much better than SUV after SUV. Another one here from Michael Ruff is a Rover P5B. And again, I really like the interior and the way AI has generated that. I think that looks really cool. Would it sell? I'm not so sure. Andrew Foreman has done one. This is a Renault 12 Estate, a modern take on the Renault 12. And I really like this. I particularly like the half leather tweed sort of interior that Andrew's gone for in that one. I think this is really funky, and a nice estate car is a good antidote to a boring SUV. I really like this one as well from Billy Pontiac. He says could have sold a whole lot of these if they'd made them. So this is, I'm not completely clued up on my Pontiacs, but I'm guessing this is about 1996, 97, and it's a car that they never made. It looks like it's one that they could have made, so nice work on that one. This one's brilliant as well, from A. Nafal Faras. This is a Stellantis revival of the Opel Manta. Look at the photos of this. This is beautiful. You can't buy a beautiful coupe anymore. I really like the fact that he's gone and done an Opel Manta. Great design. Manuel, 2022 Monteverdi Safari. Okay, it's an SUV and it's a Jeep, but this is a cool looking thing. If you look at the SUVs that we actually have on our road today, that's nice. That would sell, that would. Gary, this is a good one as well. The Lamborghini Vitello, Meet the Baby Bull. A wild vision of what happens when Lamborghini's Aventador DNA is distilled into a compact two-seat hot hatch. Aggressive, unapologetic, and mid-engined, the Vitello, Italian for calf, young bull, brings supercar soul to an entirely new form. You know that car would sell like hotcakes. So I hope someone from Lamborghini is watching, because they could just build it on the Audi S3 platform, couldn't they? Another Lamborghini, and this one's great as well. This is the Miura. I'm enjoying these reimagined supercars. The Lamborghini Countach reimagined was great. I was chatting to Richard from Challenger Road about the reimagined Ferrari Testarossa. This Miura looks fantastic. I love the design of it. It really captures the shape of the original Miura, but it's got that aggression and that styling that modern Lamborghinis have become known for. So again, great idea. This was cool as well. Ray Lowe, 2025 Ford Taurus EV two-door coupe. Said it earlier on in the video, you can't buy two-door coupes anymore. The Taurus was really nice. They would have been better off launching something like that either instead of or alongside the reimagined Ford Capri. That's more likely to sell, and it looks great. That looks really, how can they be getting the modern stuff so wrong when people with access to AI are producing nicer looking cars than what are in the showroom right now? We got this one here. This is great. This is a full series. This is Zach posting the wonderful world of the Fiat Ritmo. Okay, here's the original Fiat Ritmo here. Look at these modern interpretations based on the Fiat Ritmo, but in like 2025 format. So maybe they're EV, maybe they're little 1.2, 1.3, three-cylinder petrols, whatever. The styling is just so cool, and it's so much nicer looking than anything that Fiat are producing at the moment. So I really like those. Vanessa, 2027 Ferrari Gran Lusso by Vanessa Enhancement. Look at this. This is fantastic. It's like Ferrari meets Porsche Taycan. And you look at that and you go, why haven't they done that already? Because it does look really good. Next gen Daihatsu Terios. I saw a Daihatsu Terios yesterday, actually. And that, I mean, you know, it's got a little bit of Hyundai Santa Fe in there. There's a bit of the new Ford Explorer in there, a bit Jeep Wrangler. But if they could launch that, and if it was the right size and at the right price point, 100% have a successful product there. I like the people that have gone backwards as well and taken modern ideas and then applied them to the past and asked if XYZ had existed in this year, like this one. What if the Citroen C4 Cactus was an early 80s model? And that's exactly what it would have looked like. And there's another one coming up with a guy that has backdated the Audi TT's timeline to 60s and 70s. We'll see that at the end. That's cool as well. This is Cadillac, done by George. He doesn't say the model, but wow, that's a good looking thing for a big four-door car. And again, you can assume that it's going to have 800 horsepower and 300 miles range, but that's nice. I like that a lot. Another Cadillac, and I love this because it's yellow. It's a sunset. We've got the ocean in there. That is a fantastic looking, big, luxurious, open car. Like that a lot. Not available at the moment. Manuel, again, has actually done a better interpretation of all of BMW's electric cars with the IVE. I think that grille has actually smartened up the problem that BMW is having. So fair play for that one. And this one as well, David England skin. He's done a Bentley, obviously. But what he's done is he's taken the 1939 Bentley and a 2025 Bentley, and by subtly combining the shape of the bonnet and the wings and the boot, he's actually made a really beautiful looking modern interpretation of a 30s car. It kind of says to me Plymouth Prowler. Maybe Bentley wouldn't go for it because it's a bit Plymouth Proud, but I think that's really cool. Stefan Knapp, a what if post. This is the one I talked about. Look at these previous generations of Audi TT that he's generated, as if the Audi TT had great grandfathers going back through time. And finally, I'm going to finish with this one because this one's real. This isn't AI. This is fantastic. This is the Peugeot brake 4x4 Dangel. Dangel? I don't know how you say it, but nearly all of the 505 Dangels were produced and sent to North Africa. This particular Dangel was sent to the French embassy in Tripoli to be used in the Leptis Magna archaeological site. After its service there, the Dangel was sent to Libya as a diplomatic vehicle until 2014. The car then made its way to Italy, where it was carefully restored. It stands high off the ground, which, combined with its four-wheel drive system, 10-gear gearbox and locking centre diff, makes this a truly off-road capable family car with a 2-litre petrol engine. The colour scheme of this example is unique. The green band stands out against the white body and is actually a wrap that chronicles the car's history. I absolutely love the Peugeot Dangel. Let me know which of the cars I've shown you you would actually buy and drive. Which one was your favourite and what would you like to see? Check out the group on Facebook because it is brilliant and there's lots of other stuff on there for you to look at. And yeah, let me know what you think. And as I said, if you need a AI device to record your meetings, board meetings, what other meetings do people have? Church meetings. Do people have church meetings anymore? Council meetings, school things, you know, with the PTA, all that sort of stuff. And you need a record of what you're doing, and then you want AI to summarise it for you. Then use. Thank you very much for watching. That's it. That's all it is. It's just that. That is crazy. You know I don't trust all this technology stuff, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, really neat. Nice. I went for this sort of purple colour as well. Yeah. Whoops.